Hi, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, and those of you cross-watching, welcome to your Tarot Love Messages. Today we're going to take a look at and see why is it that this person let go of you, okay? Why is it that they walked away from you, emotionally distanced themselves? Why is it that they've pulled away or perhaps ghosted you? We'll see the reason behind it here. It is going to be a general reading, guys, so please just keep that in mind. If you're after a personal tarot reading with myself, please feel free to reach out and inquire. I will list my email address just below the video here where the show more section is. Otherwise, let's go ahead and begin and see, why is it that this person walked away from you? And is this temporary, or is this is it temporary, or is it just, is this them walking away for good? Bit of a heavy energy here, right? Okay, so bottom of the deck you have the Two of Wands. So it's hard because I feel like some of you are still holding on to, even though this person may have walked away, I feel like some of you are still holding on to perhaps the illusion of what could have been, or the illusion of what the two of you could have had. Because I feel like a lot of you did have plans or visions. You've had the intentions to move forward with this person in a very big way. Like maybe this is someone whom you saw settling down with and spending the rest of your life with. Maybe you really saw yourself building a future with this person, creating a family here, creating a home, buying a house, turning it into a happy home. I feel like there was just a lot of, you saw, not only did you see this person, playing a role short term, but you saw them staying long term. Maybe you felt that they gave you a sense of stability no one else had here. And I feel like with this person walking away, it's really hard, because them walking away from you meant that they took all of that with them on their way out here. And for you, I feel like you guys are still energetically connected, and you're holding on to the illusion of what could have been, the illusion of what the two of you could have had, but unfortunately never truly manifested itself. I feel like you guys are still energetically connected, in the sense that I feel like you guys have both been thinking about each other a lot, okay? You might not necessarily have been communicating with one another, given the Page of Swords here, but I feel like there's just, you both can't seem to get each other off your mind. I feel like you're both, there's this mental thread that connects the two of you together. You're thinking about them, they're thinking about you. There's a lack of communication, but I feel like your energy here, your energies are still in touch, or they're still speaking to one another. There is an indication of a possible reconciliation, a reconnection in the future here, okay? And I feel like it might happen a lot sooner, given that the Wands energy is a very fast moving energy. So I know time is probably, especially if you are in a separation, a disconnection, or a breakup, I know time is probably stretching on to what feels like an infinity, but I do feel like in the near future there is some incoming communication coming in from this individual. There's some contact, you will hear back from them, they will respond to you, especially if you've sent them like a text message and they haven't responded as yet. I do feel like you'll hear from them very shortly. I do feel like it's very likely the two of you will see each other as well, face to face, in person in the future. And it feels like there may be a possible reconciliation here, a possible homecoming or reunion. I'm also picking up air travel, or like a movement kind of energy. So for those of you that are doing long distance here, or have done long distance with this person here, then it's likely they might be traveling in to see you in the future, or you might be traveling to see them here. Or I just feel like this person might be moving towards you in the future here. Now, a lot of you have invested a lot of yourselves into this connection, okay? And a lot of your time, your energy, your mental, your physical, your spiritual energy, a lot of your resources as well here. And you just felt like maybe they didn't give the same in return, okay? Maybe you just felt like you've done so much for this person here, so much, and you always wanted to keep them happy, but you didn't necessarily get the same back from them here. Because I feel like, you know, the Seven of Pentacles is a very frustrated kind of energy. It's about doing a lot of work, but not necessarily seeing the results here show up. Now, the Devil card, a very strong sense of, you know, it's a very addictive kind of quality, isn't it? With the Devil card here, the two of you have, I feel like, you were both quite addicted to one another, both very intoxicated by this connection, consumed by one another even here. Okay, there was something very unhealthy about this relationship, and I feel like the longer you stay in this type of a relationship, you know, the deeper the rabbit hole goes here. Because the longer that Adam and Eve stay in this situation, notice how the more and more they start to resemble the devil itself, with them sprouting horns. And I feel like something about this connection feels as though it was holding you back, or it was holding the both of you back. And I feel like this is why your person had to walk away, but because there was shadow aspects of themselves that was either holding them back from being the best version that they could be for you and for this relationship, or holding the both of you back. So it could have been the effects of negative habits, dependencies, alcohol, drugs, abuse, substance abuse, negative behavior, emotional or thought patterns. I did mention addictions here, and it just feels like there was a lot of pain, and this pain was definitely, you know, a long term. I feel like it was affecting you in the long run. Yeah, this relationship was giving you short-term pleasure, but in the long term it was giving you a lot of pain here. The love, just as the Lovers card represents choices, so does the Devil here, and I guess it speaks to us of duality here. And some of you, you know, maybe you felt as though this person didn't choose you in the end. There may have been a third party situation as well, and they may have chosen the third party over you here. Some of you feel as though maybe this person has sold their soul to the devil as well here. Someone here is tricked into thinking that they have no control over the shadow aspect of themselves, or the shadow aspects or the negative forces of this relationship here. Deep down, I feel like, deep down, you know, you've come up as the Nine of Swords and the Six of Swords. And look, maybe you're the one who has turned their back away from this person. Not because you wanted to, okay? Not because that was a choice you freely and easily made, but because they pushed you to do that. They pushed you to the brink of exhaustion, to the brink of pain, to the brink of where I feel like you just couldn't handle it anymore, okay? And they drove you to do that, because deep down inside you knew that, you know, staying with them meant it was going to be detrimental to your health, your emotional, your physical, your spiritual health here. Because as much as you loved them here, you also had to prioritize your own health and your own sanity here. And you knew that staying in this toxic relationship, or staying in a third party situation here, it just was very, you know, you were doing a disservice to yourself here. Maybe when this person will free themselves from addictions or some dependencies that they have, they might come back here. But I just feels like someone needs to free themselves up from some sort of influence here. It is possible, okay? But it's up to them, or it's up to you to make this happen, is the message that I get here. Some of you, I feel like you need to learn. This person here, you know, has come into your life to teach you a lot of lessons. And I feel like right now, it just feels like you need to, something that they've taught you is you need to learn to protect your energy and to protect your personal boundaries here, okay? I also feel like maybe this person here has come into your life to also help you release some personal baggage that you have here. I just feel like the Nine of Swords is a very heavy energy, and some of you you keep going over something that they said or they've done, or the life that you could have had. But I feel like, you know, if you hold on to this illusion of what could have been or what should have been, you'll never be able to break free of the, you know, of the constraints of your thoughts here. So if it could have been, it would have been. And it's this very illusion of, you know, what if this happened, or what if that happened, that's holding you captive. It's that very illusion that's holding you prisoned here. I feel like the reason why this person walked away, or you chose to walk away from it, is because there was a sense of turbulency that you left behind. Okay, you were essentially, you know, you've walked away from a toxic situation, or you know, in walking away, you send them a message that you weren't going to tolerate any toxicity or any disrespect or any more pain here, because there was a lot of pain in this connection. There was a lot of hurt here. It's, you know, swords are a weapon. They are destructive here. And yes, you love them, but loving them, you can still love them and, you know, send them a message that you're not going to tolerate this, right? And some of you, I feel like walking away might just be the best decision you've ever made, because sometimes it takes, you know, someone's absence to truly appreciate their presence here. So right now, I feel like you are both occupying each other's mental space, and this is giving them some time to really think things through. They need to break free of some dependencies that I see in their energy, and they need to get a better perspective on things right now. I do feel like you're rowing the boat here away from turbulent, troubled seas. You're going towards smooth, calm sailing seas. That's where you're heading. So this tells me that decision to walk away here is a good thing, because ultimately it's putting you on a much better path, on a much healthier path. And even if this person took an exit from your life here, don't chase them, okay? Maybe it means that you guys need to have some time apart from each other so you can both work on creating healthy versions of yourself here. Or maybe, just maybe, this person isn't meant for you. Okay, maybe this person, you know, has come along in your life to teach you some lessons, but ultimately they can't stay, because staying in your life would be detrimental to your health here. Alright guys, and these are your messages. Thank you as always for watching and listening. Please show your support by liking, sharing and subscribing. Bye for now.